So with masculine and feminine energy, you have to realize that I'm not talking about man and woman. We already passed it. Everybody know masculine and feminine energy is not necessarily man and woman. It's the actual energy. That's whether the energy itself is masculine or feminine. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about your sex. Like, you know, we're talking about the energy. So the energy of masculine and feminine, I liken it to a beach. Now, what are the main components of a beach, right? Two main components. You have the sand or the earth. You have the ocean, simply water. On this beach, the masculine energy, I would say, is the earth. Feminine energy is the water. The masculine energy is stable, it's solid, it's dry, it's hard. Water is wet, it's fluid, it's volatile, it moves, it's movable, it changes, it alters. That's feminine. As the water finds its way to the sand or the beach, if you will, the earth energy, it can loosen up that earth energy. It can make it softer. It makes it actually does make it softer. It turns it into sand. And it can also shake up this energy. It keeps the energy from being completely dry, completely just hard and like nothing moving, like it's just solid, like completely solid. It stops that from happening because the water is coming in, it's moving, it's shaking up some stuff, it's moving furniture. It's not going to let that earth energy just stay still. It's not going to let that masculine energy just stay still. And as with the feminine energy is not completely taking over itself. It's not completely being overcome by itself because it's being held by earth. You think about it, you see an ocean. Underneath that ocean, there's going to be some earth somewhere that's holding that water, that's holding that, that's being a vessel for that energy. Because you got to think, this energy doesn't have form. It's chaotic. It's everywhere. It's volatile. It's not stable. So in order to stabilize this energy, some got to come in and stabilize it. And that's the earth energy. That's the masculine energy. Feminine energy, no form. It's just all over. It's volatile. But that energy in itself helps the masculine energy, helps earth, like I said, to not become dry, solid, too solid, too hard, too immovable, too firm, to the point where you can't even work with it because it's so brittle. You know, just think about like a rock. You know, rock is it's such a hard earth energy that, like, to break it open, you might just break the whole thing just to even get it open. Like, you can't just slice it or nothing like that and just get a little piece off. No, you have to almost destroy it just to get it open. It's so hard, so solid, so earthy. Whereas the sand can just fall right through your fingers because it's been softened by by the feminine energy. And if you haven't already caught on yet, that masculine, that feminine energy, the female and the male energy, or masculine and female energy, how many times am I going to say that? The MF energy, it's balancing each other. Again, that feminine energy, the water, is able to be itself. It's able to move. It's able to shift and change and adapt and be cool and be stable. And guess what? The earth energy is just holding it there. Nevertheless, it's still holding the energy. It's allowing the water to do what the water gonna do. And the water ain't being so watery that it's just taking over the earth and saying, forget you, I ain't gonna allow you to be no vessel for me. I'm about to just fall out this vessel. And when that happens, think about it. When there is disharmony or an imbalance in these spaces, what happens? That's when you get tsunamis, hurricanes, things like this that are occurring because there's a shift, there's a change that's so imbalanced that one form of nature takes over another form of nature. And this is exactly what can happen within us as beings, as individuals. Like in relationship, the balance of that masculine and feminine energy could be off, or it could be, you know, in imbalance. And even if you say, I don't even want to use the word off, just say imbalance, because off indicates, it starts to put a tone of whether something is good or bad. And something I'm learning right now is just like I'm just telling myself, I'm taking all restrictions off, taking off all contingencies. And the only contingency is that there's no contingencies. There's no, if I do this, then. Meaning, oh, well, if I just do this every day, then I'm going to finally be able to get that. No, I don't have to do that every day. I can have that without any of that stuff happening every day. And that's what I'm putting in my head. Take away contingencies, take away those blockages, take away that censorship. And that's similar to the feminine energy. The feminine energy wants to just take over itself. When I mean, like when I said water doesn't take over itself, because the earth is basically all water. But what's keeping the earth from taking out, like all the water just spilling all over the entire earth and it just being water everywhere? What's stopping it? Earth is the only thing that can stop it, really. I mean, I don't know the whole scientific. I'm sure it's got to do with all this other stuff and the gravitational and I don't know, and the pull and all this and the, I don't know. Like, how does the water just not drip off the earth? Like, if it's a sphere, like, how is it not just falling off? It's just a sphere. So what about this part when it's down? Like, how is it not coming up? I never thought about that. Oh my God. Okay. Does anybody know? How does it not, if it's a sphere and it's basically upside down, how is it not falling out? Wait, is that what happens? Okay, yeah, I need to go to sleep. This is what happens when you get off of work, you start doing videos. I need to know though. Can somebody tell me? Please, let me know. Have you thought about that? So, back to the masculine and feminine energy. Like I said, it's important to be aware of it and to kind of see where you fit, because you need both. That's where I feel like issues come, where people feel like you have to be so gun-ho into one range of yourself, when in reality, this is just like a pendulum. It's just a balance, just a scale. It's all still the same. It's still a scale, no matter if it's tipped this way or tipped that way. It's still both. The scale it's still both. It's still balancing both energies. Even if it's got way more than this, than that, it still is there. Because if that wasn't there, then this wouldn't even be here. You get what I'm saying? Like, if they didn't have that, then... Anyway. I don't know. I explained it in my head. I don't think I explained it well saying it. But balance that energy. When there's an imbalance, one is going to take over the other. And in order for us to function, in my mind, in a way that I feel like, not in order for us to function, but I feel like there is some beauty in us learning to balance those two energies. Us learning to allow ourselves to be free and open and wild and fluid and formless and just like being and nothingness and allness all in once, like letting ourselves completely just float on, just legit just be in a floaty in the middle of the ocean, like allowing ourselves to be so far gone, because that's how you create. You don't create out of masculine energy. Masculine energy is like supporting your creative energy. It's materializing that energy. It's bringing it into form. Whereas, like I said, the feminine energy is formless. Like, you really can't, but then you balance it. You go from your feminine energy and you bring it out, and you balance it with that masculine energy to create form. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of both. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. That's all I was just thinking about, like, those two energies. And as I stated, being aware of them and using them when you need to use it. Sometimes you don't need to talk. Sometimes you just need to see. You need to observe. You need to take it in. Feminine, receiving. You just take it in. You just literally just take in the energy. Whereas The masculine part is the acting on it, the talking about it. Okay, sometimes you don't need to be quiet. You need to say something. Say something, you know. And that's not necessarily even masculine, being quiet or talking. That, God, it's so much. It's just so much. And it's just like, it's also, there's gray areas. Hence the gray top. Okay, there's gray areas too. There's a blend. It's a balance. It's a blend. It's a harmony, a harmonizing of the two. And yes, there's, in some ways we can distinguish the ocean from the sand, you know. But sometimes it's just, you can't distinguish. It just all becomes one. At some point, is water, like, it's just all there. It's all together. You know, right at the shoreline, we can distinguish the two. We can see what's clearly what's what. But at some point, we don't know. At some point, you don't even see the earth no more. You don't even realize it's there. It's just so deep in my mind, thinking about that. Speaking of that, look at this. It's a little mermaid. And I've really been feeling the mermaid energy coming back with the summertime. Summertime. That's it, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this topic, and what I've discussed in the video. I feel like it's important to just be mindful of these things. Like, be mindful of it, and don't, like, it's not, like I said, it's not the labels or what's right and what's wrong, or, you know, you being too feminine, or you being too masculine, or you being this, you being that, rah, rah, rah. It's really learning to balance it. How can we balance it? Not, oh, I have to be so hard and so solid, or I have to be so wet that, golly, you ain't, I can't even move it so wet. It's just like, there's no movement here. It's just, that could mean so many things. But, you know, it can't be so slick and so movable to, like, you can't grab it. You know, that feminine energy, sometimes if you can't take a piece of it, just take a little snapshot and do something with it, what is it? And yes, it's great to dive into that, but we're here on earth to do something and to balance both, and to learn both, and to be aware of both, and to use both. But in so many ways in our society, there's so many labels and titles and criteria and bullet points, dot points, if you will, of what is this and what is that. And it's just like, it's just a balance. It's a balance. It's a harmonization of both energies, the using of both. That's what strengthens you. This is why we have a left brain and a right brain. How do you think I would function with just a freaking left, like just my left brain or just my right brain? No, we have both. There's intersections. There has to be both. That analytical, that precision, that firmness, that focus, that masculine energy paired with the fluid, creative, open, free. I don't even want to say free. It's like the feminine energy is just something you don't put words to. It's something that does not need words. So it's something that is beyond words, and not necessarily just beyond, like it's better than words. It's just something that's not words. It's not words. And that again goes back to not saying this is better than that or one is better. They both are important. Can't have no baby without the egg. You can't have no baby without the sperm. Yeah, the sperm is great. Sperm's great. Yeah, them eggs is great. I mean, you've had them eggs since you was in your mama's belly. Like, that's pretty freaking amazing. You never run out of sperm. Like, that's pretty freaking cool. Like, they never run out of it. They can have babies all the way until they 90-some years old. I think that's pretty amazing for men. Like, honestly, like, if I was a dude, all I would care about is getting my weight up and procreating up in this mug. I'd be procreating the hell out of stuff. Like, let me make some money and create a whole other civilization up in this bitch. But as a female, one day at a time, man. All you get is one day at a time. As a female, I was like, I ain't finna be doing all that work. I'm gonna take my time, make about 3-4 babies, and that's about it. 2 at the moment, just 2 at the moment. So, what was my train of thought? I forgot. I said, I was talking about the left brain, right brain. Oh my God. It came and it went. I don't know, y'all. What was I saying? I feel like I was on to something. I lost it just like that. And now I just finished drinking. Of course, you know what? On my way home from work. You know what I was drinking. Y'all know. I told y'all this is summer in a bottle. It tastes a little different than the first time I tried it though, but it's still good. I think maybe I've had it too much. I gotta wait. I gotta stop drinking it for a bit and come back to this flavor. But it's still fire. Still fire. I want a mango one. I haven't had a mango one in a while. Or like, I saw like this purple one the other day. I feel like I've had it, but I don't know. I can't remember. Anyhow, y'all. Oh, what was I saying? Okay, so I rewatched what I said. Yes, both entities are amazing on their own. Masculine, feminine, whatever. Egg, sperm. They're both great. But when they come together, they can procreate. I'm a movement by myself. But I'm a boss when we're together. And I'm moving by myself. Baby girl, you make me better. You make me better. And didn't he say that? He said that. So that's what happens. But we be all effed up when we be like, oh, you gotta do that. You a man, you a woman, you gotta do that. And if I gotta be with somebody, they gotta be this. And all these men do this. And all these women do that. And don't nobody. It's so hard. Bruh, it really ain't that freaking hard. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. It's not as hard as we making it out to be. If we can remove some of the labels behind it and the expectation and, like I said, the criteria and the you have to be this and you have to be that for yourself. Be that within yourself. Ask for discernment. Ask for balance in your life. Ask for harmony within your life. And really is of just balancing those two energies, because you can do a lot with that. We literally have it every single day. Right now, we in masculine energy. It's light outside. We in masculine energy. You get up, you go, you get shit done, right? Get up and wash your ass. Nighttime, what you do? You get yourself rested. You relax. You allow yourself to astral project and go anywhere. You are in your most vulnerable state. You sleeping. You underneath the moon, feminine. We do it every single, you've been dealing with this energy every single day of your life just by simply existing here on earth. If we break it down and look at it as energy and get away from the, I don't know, the human part of it that just wants to calculate and do this and compute, oh my God, I need to put you here and you there and you need to just, it's here. We already got the energy. Use it to the best of your abilities. And get with somebody. Get with somebody and create something. Stop being all anti-relationship. Like, what is up with that? Stop being anti-partnership. Stop being anti-growth. That's what grow. You grow when y'all pair up. You grow when you group together. You balance out the energy. You mirror something. You get something out of that discourse between you and another being. Between your energy and somebody else's energy. Something is created. And we all have masculine and we all got feminine. If the earth got it, why we ain't got it? The earth got both masculine and feminine energy. How we ain't got it? We got both. So use it to the best of your ability. Start looking at things from that perspective and just get yourself out of the human, because the human is great and the human gonna take you where it's gonna take you. But at the end of the day, you gotta pull yourself out of looking at things just like as a human being, if that makes sense. Like, out of just looking at it like, oh, men is this and women is that and da 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 da. Just look at it as it's the energy. It's just we energetic beings, man. Like this is stuff people talk about. Like I'm not saying nothing new, but it's just, you know, nothing new under the sun. But I got this dang on celestite, and I feel like it's been doing something, taking it to work the past 2 days. I definitely feel like go to work, protect yourself, do your thing. Do your thing. And I like wearing dark colors to work, like black or something like that underneath my scrub top. So, and I usually like to wear like head wraps and stuff too, but I just get my twisted today. I'm finna go in the house and be in the shower and in the bed. Be somebody mama for a quick hot second. Maybe be somebody wife for a little bit longer. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I'm about to go get in the shower. I'll talk to y'all later.